What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to Cape Town, South Africa. Welcome to another vlog. Thank you for dropping in on this digital transmission. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that you are peaceful. I hope that you're feeling loved. Today I got up a bit late because I went to bed a bit late. Didn't really sleep that well. I realized it's been a while since I've done any exercise. Whew. My lungs are reminding me of that fact. So here I am on the Echo Valley Trail, which is like a 2-minute walk from my house that we're staying in at the moment. I'm getting the old lungs working again because I fucking know that's a guaranteed way to get the endorphins pumping, serotonin, all those good chemicals, those feel-good chemicals, and that my body responds really positively to even a sniff of exercise. So here I am sniffing it out on the trail. My lungs are like, listen, if you're gonna do this, you need to do this more regularly. I'm enjoying it though. I've been like power walking up all these steps, coming up into the clouds now. Woo! This ancient milkwood forest. That's why I love this hike. Look at this. What? Whoa. It's just sitting in a little meditation, and I remembered this analogy which I found to be quite interesting about trees and the roots of trees that go down into the earth. And I can't remember where I read it, but it was some article about a giant greenhouse, like one of those big indoor gardens where they can keep it humid and have like tropical plants on the inside, a bit like Kew Gardens in London. They have these giant greenhouses, and they were growing these trees, and the trees would grow for a few years inside this massive greenhouse, and then they'd just fall over. And they couldn't figure out, well, it took them a minute to figure out that the reason the trees were falling over is because there wasn't any wind in the greenhouse, and it's the wind, the resistance of the wind in the trees that is required for the trees to respond and grow their roots really deeply. So these trees weren't rooting down deeply because there was no wind creating the resistance that would cause them to need to root down to not topple over. I just thought that was super interesting, because if you want to do a tree human analogy with the wind or a storm creating resistance, and how we also experience resistance in our lives. We go through storms, we move through challenges, and sometimes the wind is really high and we have to like find new strength, and we do that by like rooting down. And then next time the big storm comes through, we've already endured a storm, our roots are already down, and we've put that work in, and we've taken the resistance and turned it into strength. And so I was just sitting here around all these trees that are like crazy roots going down into the rocks. It cannot be easy for these trees to root down and like find their way to the point where they're like cracking rocks open. And it gets very windy up here. I mean, it's not even really a question. If you're not going through difficult times right now, then you're in a very small percentage of people. And difficult times and challenges in life that we face are certainly at different levels. We all are capable of moving through different challenges. Some people's life challenges, I see them and I think I could never survive what you're moving through. And that's probably why it's not for me. And some of my challenges, some people might say like, mate, I'd eat that challenge for breakfast, yet for me it's putting me on my knees. So everybody's different, and we receive the challenges that we need for our own personal growth. Everybody at some level is moving through some sort of discomfort and transition, transformation, contraction before the expansion and growth. The breakdown before the breakthrough is all required in this undulation. In the cycles of life that we move through, it's necessary. It's just part of being a human. It's part of the expanding universe that we are a part of. There's no separation between this expanding universe, this universe that wants progress and growth. And right now, our worlds are being rocked in so many ways to show us this isn't harmonious. This part of your life is not in harmony with how nature wants things to be, or for what's in your best interest or in your best growth. So we're all moving through some sort of challenge, and guess what? We're going to continue moving through challenges. This is not going to end as soon as we all get some miracle cure. It's not going to end if like things go back to normal. It's just going to continue until we take a look at the root cause of what it is that we're being invited to transform and change. The root thing that is out of harmony on a collective scale in terms of everybody on the planet, or the majority of the people on the planet, living in ultimately a certain depth, different depths of an illusion of separation from our planet. And so we are going to be moving through massive challenges and continue to do so as a species until the balance is found again, the harmony is found. Right now, and for hundreds of years, we have been just desecrating the planet Earth, our mother that gives us life. We have been destroying her, and we continue to destroy her. She will not be destroyed. We will destroy ourselves first unless we start to make some huge changes. So that's all happening. So just get used to it, I suppose, is the message that like I'm receiving almost on a daily basis as I continue to shed layers of who I think I am, things that aren't working for me. I start to understand that this just is life, and I can either resist it and cause myself more pain and more heartbreak and get so attached to versions of myself that I won't let go of them, and then end up being a stubborn old person who can't roll with the fucking times. I'm telling myself as much as I'm telling you, don't be that person. Make those changes. The invitation is often very, very clear. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe this doesn't resonate with you at all. When we take a minute to pause and say, okay, what in my life is inviting me to change? It's right here. It's so obvious. Ain't fucking easy to see it, let alone acknowledge it, accept it, and then actually go through the process of making those huge changes. But it's just going to sit there. For each of us as individuals, whatever that invitation is, Because let's be honest, we need on this planet to make some massive foundational changes for us to actually come into the realization of the illusion that we've been living in of separation from each other and from nature, the illusion that of the ego, the story of the self, and how that we think that's everything and that we are completely separate from the universe, the planet, and each other. People are waking up, myself included, over the last 3 years, waking up to the fact that, like, oh shit, I'm not the fucking center of the universe. I'm not actually separate from you or anything around me. There's a lot more going on than my 5 senses are able to detect. And what I perceive as being reality is actually a slither of what's actually going on. A lot of people are waking up to that at the moment and coming to terms with the way that we've been behaving on the planet. Get used to change. Get used to change. To love change. Seek change. Come land on my hand. It's probably not going to happen, is it? That would have been sick though, worth a try. Anyway, happy new moon. It's a new moon today in Aquarius, which is the beginning of a cycle, and I suppose therefore also the end. So we're ending a cycle now and then beginning a new one from the moment the moon starts waxing again, starts illuminating again. And a full illuminated moon is the peak of the cycle. It's like the summer, and now we're moving into the winter of this lunar cycle. So we're experiencing a death so that we can experience rebirth and a new life. That's the cyclical nature of existence. And so we can ride these energies intentionally and make use of the natural rhythms and cycles of our lunar cycle. So the moon, obviously, like in terms of astrological speak, is how I feel. It's the emotional body, and emotions are feminine and water and flowing, and it makes sense that we're like 70% water, and just like the ocean, the moon pulls the tide because of the gravity of it. And so we also get pulled too. And so what's happening up there with the moon will also be reflected internally, as above, so below. Take this time to reflect. Take this time to reflect on what you want to let go of, basically. Now is a potent time, especially in the Aquarius new moon, for transformation, huge growth, shedding of old skins, shedding of old versions of yourself, old patterns, old habits, old relationships, old anything that is not working for you and is not going to serve you in your journey of your highest growth and your most expansive expression of your beautiful divine self. Great time to do this, and great way to do this is by having a little, even if it takes you like 10 minutes out of your day, creating a little ceremony space. Make sure it's quiet. Make it a vibe. Write down all the things that you want to let go of in this next cycle. Think about them, say them out loud, be honest with yourself, and write them down. We can influence our reality, thinking it, speaking it, writing it down, to double down the power of it. Not just things that you want to let go, but things you want to bring in. You're going to let go of a bunch of stuff. It's going to create space for something else to come in, and maybe you don't know what it is. Maybe you know exactly what you want. So in this powerful phase of manifestation, in the beginning of the new cycle, as we give birth to new things, really think about, what is it that you want? How do you want to be? What do you want transforming in your life over this next month? For me, my intentions that I'm setting is to commit even more deeply to listening to, staying connected to, listening to, and acting from the guidance of my higher self. Well, I just spent a solid hour and a half in that forest, meditating and making a couple of videos. Happy new moon, everybody. Now I'm getting hungry, so I'm making my way back down. But yeah, I haven't been up here into this forest for a while, and it's fucking magical. It's one of my favorite places to just hang out, particularly on my own, when I get a bit of solitude up here. It's a very quiet hiking area. Yeah, you rarely see people up here, so I mean, I fucking love just being in nature, away from like cities and noise. Really allows me to connect with myself much deeper, which just brings me so much peace. I feel fantastic after a solid 3 hours away. I'm deciding that I should be doing this thing called exercise, even if it's just a walk, something that gets the lungs going first thing in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to meditate first and then do exercise, probably. Just a quick meditation, exercise, and I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow and go for a walk. Who's with me? No? Yeah? Come on. Jude's come to stay for a bit. We're dog sitting. Look at this angel. Babysitting. Can't wait to have a Jude of our own one day. Have you got a big nose? Do you? Yeah. Please excuse my scruffy appearance. Francesca is harvesting. What are you harvesting?
Spinach. Swiss chard. Organic.
What are you saying about these marrows?
Oh my god, it's so juicy. If I'm doing it right.
Juicy marrow. Yeah. I'm working on the website. You're not allowed to see it yet though. New website on the way. Merch on the way. I'm really proud of this website. I'm also going to have a blog, doing a bit of writing maybe, definitely. Sharing my Spotify playlists. So yeah, very much look forward to sharing this with you at some point. Sure, the man bun's looking not bad from the side, eh? Yeah. Today's been, like, I'm sure you guys noticed from last week's vlogs that I was feeling very high vibe and I had a lot of energy and enthusiasm. This week has just been a lot more mellow, lower energy, and sometimes when I'm going up and down like that, I tend to be really harsh on myself and blame myself, like I've missed something, I've missed an opportunity, all of my weeks need to be high vibe and enthusiastic and productive, and I kind of find myself in a little bit of a drain spiral where I'm like, oh, I've missed something. So yeah, this has been a pretty mellow vlog. I appreciate you guys dropping in with me, as always. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'm infusing these videos with as much love as I possibly can, and I hope that you feel that. And yeah, I will see you guys in a video really soon. In the meantime, remember to work hard, be nice to people, try Try not to get lost or killed. I love you guys. Goodbye.